Alright, budget magic. Burning our way through modern. Uh-oh, got a mulligan. Alright, we'll try this. Will this be our first loss? This deck just steamrolls people. And it's not that miserable to play. I guess we put flames to the bottom since we can't actually cast it. Lava Spike our opponent. Mulliganing isn't good with this deck, since we're basically dependent on resolving like 6 spells. Definitely problematic to have to mulligan. Blood Crypt, wow! Man, who... Oh, alright, that explains it. So, we might just die on turn 2. I was gonna say, who just shocks themselves? This seems like it can be a rough matchup, just because their combo is probably faster than ours. If they have a Goryo's Vengeance, we basically just lose next turn. But we get to hit our opponent down to 11, which is somewhat relevant. It means they only get one... Well, Goryo's Vengeance gives the creature haste, so it gives them 2 Griselbrand activations. And that's not counting Nourishing Shoal and all that. So basically, they draw 7. We see if they fizzle. Once they exile the first Nourishing Shoal, then we scoop. Yeah, gain 11, so we're just going to scoop it up there. Because that's the thing, we're not even like a normal deck. They, we can't even really compete with them once they pull off their combo. On the other hand, Leyline of Punishment seems like a really sweet sideboard card. If we have that in our opening hand, or our Skullcrack type effects, and can keep them from gaining life, then I think we can win. Alright, we're going to play first. Well, we have the Skullcrack, so that's something. We don't have Leyline of Punishment, but we have some pressure, and we have the Skullcrack. So if they can just discard the Griselbrand, we can just try to Skullcrack in response to keep them from gaining life. So we put them down to 17 with our Spark Elemental. Get sacrificed. Bloodstained Mire. Looting. Can they just discard a Griselbrand? There's a Griselbrand. Double Griselbrand. So now I think we gotta sit on the Skullcrack. And if they don't reanimate Griselbrand, then we'll Magma Jet or something. But we gotta try to use this Skullcrack to defend ourselves. So if they go Goryo's Vengeance, they go Inquisition. Alright, let's just Magma Jet. Keldon Marauders bottom. I think we Magma Jet bottom too. We basically want to find another Skullcrack effect, because I'm assuming that's what they're going to take. Yep. But they might not have Goryo's Vengeance. Well, there's a mountain, so we get to Hellspark Elemental. Put our opponent to... Actually, getting them to 7 is pretty sweet as well. Because if they try to reanimate the Griselbrand and draw, we kill them. Flashback looting. That is the problem with this deck, is it can be very inconsistent. The scary part is they could suddenly just gain a ton of life. Well, I guess we bolt the face. Puts our opponent to 7. Let's Keldon Marauders them to 6. And this puts them at lethal next turn if they can't do anything. With our Keldon Marauders plus one of our Hellsparks. Just cast a Simian Spirit Guide. Well, that's not what they really want to be doing. Alright, removes a counter. Another land. Well, that's not bad. We actually get to... We might get to win because of this land, actually, because we can double Hellspark. And either our opponent's got to kill something or... Alright, we got there. Whoo! Whoo! Alright! Well, that is the inconsistency in their combo. When it's good, it is incredibly good, but it also fizzles. They mulligan to 6 and just never found Ligorio's Vengeance. So, I mean, we can beat them, but their good draws are going to beat us basically every time unless we have Leyline of Punishment. Especially on the draw, we're really hoping for a Leyline. This hand isn't very good. I might ship this. Yeah, let's mulligan. Alright. That's not great either, but we get to keep the land on top and put the Leyline on the battlefield, which shuts down their big life game plan. Bloodstained Mire. Blood Crypt, untapped. Looting. So I wonder if they can still win even without... I mean, I know they can win, but I wonder how easy it is for them to win without being able to gain life. Spark Elemental means that they will only have one Griselbrand activation, even if they can reanimate it, because they're at 14. Inquisition. Can we ride this Leyline to victory? They take Flames of the Blood Hand. Shard Volley. Alright, let's just Hellspark, since the coast is clear. Puts our opponent to 11. Which still means they get a Griselbrand activation. If we can somehow get them to 7 or less, then they can't. And we got there! Leyline of Punishment! Oh my god, this deck just does not lose. Well, as much as it pains my heart to say this, if you want to build a deck to grind in Modern on Magic Online, I guess you gotta build Mono Redbird. Seriously, it's like $15, and we're like, I don't even know, 7-0, 8-0, 10-0. I've lost track, because we just beat everyone. And I mean, I guess we've been a little lucky, but still, you don't go 10-0 or 7-0 or whatever by luck. Like, that's a... Even with us coming back down, regressing to the norm, this deck is still insanely good for its price tag. And it's not as miserable to play as I thought, so...